Afternoon, Your Excellencies. Good afternoon to all of you from the most beautiful capital in the world, Kampala. Good afternoon. My name is Brian Molondo. Thank you so much for taking off your time this afternoon to be a part of this. And it's the new normal. And I'm glad that we are all coping with the situation. It is with a great pleasure to welcome all of you to the Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative Video Conference 2020. And on behalf of Merck Foundation, I'd like to thank all of you, Your Excellencies who are present, for joining us for this special edition summit through video conference for the very, very first time. And thank you so much for, being flexible, for understanding that this is the new normal and not hesitating to join this. A quick update: in Uganda, we have crossed the 2,000 case mark, and we have registered so far 30 deaths. And I know that each of you is doing whatever you can in your respective countries to make sure that we nip the virus in the bud. But all of you who have also lost your loved ones, our condolences to you. And of course, we honor and respect your efforts in making sure that we kick the virus out. My name is Brian Molondo. Ordinarily, we would have been interacting face-to-face, but I think so far, under the circumstances, it's good to see all of you again. I'd like to also recognize the presence of our hosts, Professor Dr. Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, who is the chairman of the executive board and the family board of Merck KG, and also the chairman of the board of trustees of Merck Foundation. Thank you so much for joining us, Professor.
Thank you.
Also, Dr. Rasha Kelej, the CEO of Merck Foundation and president of Merck More Than a Mother, who has been recently acknowledged as one of the 100 most influential persons for the second consecutive year. Dr. Rasha, congratulations. Influence.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. I'm also delighted to welcome our valuable partners, Your Excellencies, First Ladies of African countries who are also ambassadors of the Merck More Than a Mother, and in alphabetical order of your countries. This time, I'll start from Z to A. Welcome with me, Her Excellency Mrs. Auxilia Mnangagwa, who is the First Lady of Zimbabwe. Also joining us is Her Excellency Mrs. Esther Lungu, the First Lady of Zambia. Her Excellency Mrs. Fatima Mada Bio, the First Lady of Sierra Leone. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Aisha Muhammadu Buhari, the First Lady of Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us. Her Excellency Madame Aissata Issoufou Mahamadou, the First Lady of Niger. Also joining us is Her Excellency Mrs. Monica Gengos, the First Lady of Namibia. Her Excellency Dr. Isaura Ferrao Nyusi, the First Lady of the Republic of Mozambique. Joining us also is Her Excellency Mrs. Monica Chakwera, the First Lady of Malawi. Welcome with me, Her Excellency Mrs. Claire Marie Ware, the First Lady of Liberia. Also joining us, Her Excellency Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, the First Lady of Ghana. Her Excellency Mrs. Fatoumata Babaro, the First Lady of the Gambia. Welcome. Her Excellency Madame Denise Nyakero Sekedi, the First Lady of the Democratic Republic of Congo. Welcome. Her Excellency Madame Brigitte Tudera, Thank you so much for joining us. She is the First Lady of the Central African Republic. Also joining us, Her Excellence, Madame Angeline Ndayishimiye, the First Lady of Burundi. Welcome. Good to see you. Her Excellence, Mrs. Neo Jen Masisi, the First Lady of Botswana. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And Her Excellence, Mrs. Ana Dios Lorenco, the First Lady of Angola. Thank you so much, Your Excellencies, for joining us today. And I'd like to invite Dr. Rasha Kelej, the CEO of Merck Foundation and President of Merck More Than a Mother, to deliver the opening remarks and introduction of our meeting objectives.
Thank you very much, Brian. Your Excellency, thank you very much for the great honor to have some time of your valuable time during this very difficult times and the global crisis and pandemic. But I'm sure that working all of us together, we will overcome this challenge and it will be another milestone of our success in the future. I think by having you with us today and with each other, it's actually strengthen on our the importance and the critical presence of our partnership to address all the challenges that can come in the future, and also emphasize the importance of our strategy of focusing on building healthcare capacity since even before this pandemic starts, and also emphasize on the importance of your role as a First Lady, and of course First Ladies who are also health ambassadors for Africa and for your countries. So this is very important. I think that we are together today, despite the fact that there is a restriction of movement and travel, but with the new technology that we can actually meet, exchange experience and information, and find new solutions for any pressure and challenge over our healthcare sector. I would like, of course, I will not going to speak too much because I will leave the floor for Professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, who is, of course, inspiring us to start this foundation since a long time ago. We started this strategy of building healthcare capacity, and this proves that we were doing the correct strategy and correct programs, because the importance of our programs is actually emphasized at these times. We also started a very important strategy of online education in many different specialties. We are very proud to have many of African doctors who've been enrolled to this 1 year and 2 year master degree of many specialties like diabetes, cardiovascular, and endocrinology, sexual and reproductive medicine, but also very important two specialty that is very relevant to healthcare of coronavirus patients, which is the respiratory medicine and acute medicine. And of course, all this will be online. So I will actually commend your efforts. I heard there's a lot of efforts you have done in your countries, and I've seen it on social media. I shared it also on our social media about raising awareness in your communities, how to stay healthy and safe during the coronavirus. And all the efforts you are actually doing in your communities and your countries to support healthcare providers and communities and the country in general. God bless you and thank you very much. And we are here anytime you need us. Thank you very much, and we'll leave the floor now for Professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, the Chairman of Merck Executive Board and the Chairman of Merck Foundation Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Rasha. Your Excellencies, First Lady of Africa. So it is my great pleasure that I can meet you virtually at this special edition of our Merck Foundation First Lady Initiative. During these difficult times of COVID-19 pandemic, I very much hope you and all your family and the whole country, you are safe and healthy. I'm very sad because it's the first time since, I don't know, 30, 40 years that I cannot go to Africa this year. and I don't think the situation will change within the next few months. However, there is another year to come, and I'm quite sure we will all meet in the flesh then again next year for the next First Ladies Initiative meetings. So let me start by congratulating the First Ladies of Burundi and Malawi on the new appointment and as new members of this prestigious circle. Welcome to you. Now I would like to acknowledge the great efforts all of you undertook to raise awareness in your communities and support the healthcare sector in many ways, which in turn affects the ability of health workers to fulfill their duties, especially during the coronavirus pandemic. So well done. I know it's an uphill struggle. Your Excellencies, the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic have been greater than many expected across the globe. The pandemic has highlighted the importance of improving access to equitable and quality healthcare. Governments realize more than ever the urgent need to address healthcare deficits to meet the demands of the COVID-19 pandemic and the ongoing healthcare needs of their populations. Therefore, I would like to greatly appreciate the valuable partnership we have with you to build healthcare capacity and provide training to healthcare providers in many medical specialties, even before the pandemic started. And this was and still is our strategy since 2012. Therefore, we appreciate your valuable eagerness to support our efforts to build healthcare capacity and improve access to equitable healthcare solutions in your countries and in the rest of Africa. I also thank you for dedicating your time to participate in this virtual platform today in order to exchange your experience and address the challenges the healthcare sector faces during this difficult time, and to share the Merck Foundation's response to coronavirus pandemic in partnership with 18 African First Ladies. This is a very important conference we have now. In our response, we focused on supporting the livelihood of thousands of women and the families of casual workers affected by the virus lockdown. We also started our online medical specialty training by providing 1-year diploma and 2-year master degrees from South Wales University and Queen's University in diabetes, cardiovascular, endocrinology, sexual and reproductive medicines, and medical oncology, all very important areas of medicine. I'm pleased to announce that in 2020, we will have more than 300 African doctors enrolled in these courses, which will have a significant impact on improving the quality of care for patients considered at-risk groups for the coronavirus. Moreover, we started the coronavirus healthcare capacity building by providing 1-year online diplomas and a 2-year master degree in respiratory medicine and acute medicines for African doctors. We already have enrolled 40 African doctors into these courses so far in 2020. I'm personally proud of this new program, not only because it demonstrates the Merck Foundation's concrete response to the coronavirus, but also it will transform the healthcare landscape in Africa and will create a revolution in access to quality and equitable healthcare in the near future. As you all know, most of Merck Foundation's programs since 2012 are focusing on building healthcare capacity for diabetes, cardiology, cancer, infertility, and women's health. Merck Foundation understood Africa's challenges and tried to address them properly through programs such as Merck Cancer Access Program, which provides a 1-year and a 3-year oncology fellowship and a master's degree for more than 70 African doctors from 25 countries, with the aim to increase the limited number of oncologists across Africa. Another program is Merck More Than a Mother. You're all familiar with that. That campaign has been kicked off in Africa in 2015 in partnership with you, the First Ladies, who became Merck More Than a Mother ambassadors, calling for action to break the stigma around infertile women and empower them, and to build fertility care capacity in their countries. Through this campaign, we have provided fertility specialists and embryology training programs for more than 180 doctors from 35 countries across Africa and Asia. Other programs are focusing on building diabetes and hypertension care capacity in both Africa and Asia under Merck Diabetes Blue Points program, with the aim to establish a strong platform of specialists across the two continents. The courses are in English, French, and Portuguese, and will expand this year into Latin America in Spanish. From 2016 until today, more than 180 doctors from 35 countries have enrolled in this program. Finally, I would like to welcome you to the upcoming 7th edition of our Merck Foundation annual conference, Merck Africa Asia Luminary, in Zambia on the 27th and 28th of April 2021. Due to the coronavirus lockdown, we had to postpone this year's Luminary, but we hope by next April that the situation will be better across the world. Together, we can make a difference. The challenges of Africa are enormous, but we are committed to work closely with all of you to overcome them. And as Brian said at the beginning, it's a new normal. For me, it's new, but it's not the new normal. I think the normal will be when we all meet again next year in Zambia or later on in Dubai again. So have a good conference, and I thank you very much for all your support and your very valuable help. And you can see, if you look at the numbers of doctors we already trained so far, that we are already we all together making a major impact on the healthcare structure of many African countries. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Frank, and those were very insightful remarks. And of course, the current situation, you know, sad to see that we've not met in person, but thank God for technology, we are able to connect nonetheless. As we proceed, we are honored to now request Her Excellencies to present their keynote speeches in reverse alphabetical order of their countries. However, I request Your Excellencies to please allow me to invite the First Lady of Zambia first, Her Excellency Mrs. Esther Lungu, as she has an exam after this that she has to attend to, and then we'll proceed with the rest of us. Your Excellency, Mrs. Esther Lungu, welcome.
Thank you very much, Professor Frank. I greet you all, my dear sisters, Your Excellencies, African First Ladies. Once again, I recognize the chairman of the executive board of Merck, Professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, the chief executive officer of Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha Kelej, and all my dearest sisters. I have missed you. We haven't been in touch, in contact for a long time now, but nevertheless, I'm happy and excited to meet you for this video conference, albeit virtually, during this challenging period. Thank you, Rasha and Professor Frank, for this initiative to keep us connected during this global crisis. Let me take this opportunity to appreciate the valuable partnership Zambia has with Merck Foundation, and to be part of this prestigious platform of African First Ladies as Merck More Than a Mother Ambassador. Excellencies, I am very honored and excited to be the co-chair of the 7th edition of Merck Africa Asia Luminary, which unfortunately had to be postponed due to the coronavirus pandemic, which resulted in travel restrictions. However, we look forward to making it a great success together on the new dates of 27th and 28th of April 2021. Allow me to take this opportunity to extend my invitation to all of you, my dear sisters and excellencies, to Lusaka, Zambia for the 7th edition of the Luminary. We are praying that by then the situation would have greatly improved and the COVID-19 epidemic would be under control to allow people to travel. My dear sisters, now more than ever before, we realize the critical importance of our public healthcare sector and do understand that we must continue with our programs that elevate the capacities of our healthcare providers at all levels. My team and I have been closely monitoring the Merck Foundation program in Zambia. I am pleased to share with you that for the first time, we have benefited from the training of embryologists, surgical oncologists, pediatric oncologists, and gynecologic oncologists. All this has been done with the aim to establish a skilled cancer care team for the provision of accessible and equitable cancer care in the country. This is as a result of our partnership with Merck Foundation. The Merck More Than a Mother campaign is another very critical program for my country and for Africa at large. I fully support this initiative as First Lady of Zambia, but more so as a woman who believes in empowering women regardless of their status, including infertile women. Excellencies, let me underscore my resolve to support this long-term partnership with Merck Foundation, Merck More Than a Mother, and also with my dear sisters and excellencies, the First Ladies of Africa. Once again, allow me to take this opportunity, my dear sisters and excellencies, to invite all of you to Lusaka, Zambia, for the 7th edition of Make Africa Asia Luminary. Excellencies, Professor Frank and Dr. Rasha, I renew the consideration of my highest esteem, even as I request each one of you to bear with me as I excuse myself from the conference because I am writing a state exam in about 20 minutes from now. And some of you know that I've been studying, I'm still studying, and will be graduating next year. I'll have done my 4 years. However, Dr. Sharon Kapambwe will stay on with you to give an update of Zambia's MEC programs. Let me conclude by wishing all our nations good health and safety now and in future. I thank you and keep safe.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and I wish you success, all the success. And I know that your study is very important for you, and thanks for Her Excellency, the First Lady of Zimbabwe, to give her turn that she should have started the conference, but of course, because you are going to an exam, we change the order a little bit. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and I'm looking forward to join you soon in Zambia during the Luminary. Hopefully by then, the coronavirus pandemic will be over. We are praying.
Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, and I think it will be even more fantastic to celebrate with you when you've completed, when you've graduated. We shall also be there to celebrate with you. Again, we appreciate you for being here. And now let me invite
Her Excellency, the First Lady of Zimbabwe, for her keynote speech.
Greetings to you, my dear sisters, Your Excellencies, African First Ladies, and Chairman of the Executive Board of MEC, Professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, CEO of Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha Kelej. I hope you are staying healthy and safe. As we navigate through these challenging times, I am reminded of how fortunate we are to be part of this strong platform that supports each other to accomplish great things. It is the power of this platform that will propel us through these two bitter times. I am very excited to meet you all after a long time at our first virtual summit of the Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative. I'd like to take this opportunity to greatly appreciate the valuable partnership that we have with Merck Foundation to make more than a mother ambassador. I am very happy to see that Merck Foundation is strongly committed to advancing public health care across Africa. This is very critical to our countries in light of the current pressure on our healthcare sector now more than ever. I am pleased to inform you that more than 100 local young Zimbabwean doctors will be provided by one-year online diploma from South Wales University, UK, in the fields of diabetes, cardiology, endocrinology, respiratory medicines, acute medicines, and sexual and reproductive medicines, in addition to online 3-month diabetes master course, 1-year oncology fellowship, and fertility specialist and embryologist training program in India. Through these programs, we will be able to reshape the landscape of our healthcare sector and empower our healthcare providers and motivate them to provide better care to our people, especially during this difficult time. I am particularly excited as Merck more than a mother ambassador that 11 candidates graduated and some will be enrolled in fertility specialists and embryologist training program in India, which will resume after the lockdown ends. 10 young doctors from different provinces in Zimbabwe will be enrolled to the online 1-year diploma and 2-year master degree of sexual and reproductive medicines from South Wales, UK. This will add significant value to women's health and will transform the landscape of fertility and reproductive health nationwide. Together with the Ministry of Health and Childcare, we will follow up to ensure they are making a good use of this great opportunity so that they can help women in general and infertile couples in particular across the country. We have also enrolled 9 doctors in our year online diabetes diploma from South Wales, UK. Last year, as part of Merck Foundation Diabetes Blue Points program, and will enroll 7 more candidates to diabetes diploma. A further 50 doctors will be enrolled in online master of course in diabetes management accredited by Diabetes UK. Furthermore, together we enrolled 2 doctors to 1-year online postgraduate diploma in endocrinology and 5 doctors in 1-year preventive cardiovascular medicine diploma from University of South Wales. To demonstrate our response to coronavirus outbreak, together with Merck Foundation, we enrolled 4 doctors to 1-year online postgraduate diploma in respiratory medicines and 1-year online postgraduate diploma in acute medicine from University of South Wales to advance their skills in these 2 fields to better manage coronavirus patients. It is great to know that Merck Foundation, as a response to coronavirus pandemic, has started their online education strategy to provide specialty training to compensate the inability to continue the clinical training which will resume after coronavirus lockdown ends. I would like also to thank Merck Foundation for providing community donation to support the livelihood of women and casual workers' families most affected by coronavirus lockdown. We have also launched the Make More Than a Mother Media Recognition Award and Media Health Training in partnership with Merck Foundation and Ministries of Health and Information in 2019 to train journalists on the international standards and media ethics for reporting sensitive issues like infertility in Africa. This will benefit the journalists in understanding the infertility issues in African communities and to learn the best media practices to cover it with aim to break its stigma and sensitize our communities through all media outlets. We have announced the call for application for the Make More Than a Mother Media Recognition Award. We have also announced the Merck Foundation Media Recognition Award winners for the Southern African countries, and we celebrated many winners from Zimbabwe. Moreover, we have announced the call for applications for their Stay-at-Home Media Recognition Awards in Zimbabwe. The theme of the awards is raising awareness on how to stay safe and keep physically and mentally healthy during coronavirus lockdown. We are looking forward to the release of a to-do story, a storybook for school students to start teaching the value of respect and nurturing empathy from a very young age. Together with Merck Foundation, we are planning after the lockdown ends to support 20 girl students as part of Merck Foundation in creating Linda, which aims to empower girls through education in Zimbabwe and the rest of Africa. And to also release Educating Rujeko storybook to inspire girls and sensitize communities about the importance of girl education. I am confident that through our long-term partnership with Merck Foundation, many of our doctors across the country are going to benefit and be able to provide better care to our patients and our communities. Once again, I would like to thank Merck Foundation for hosting us today and looking forward to meeting you in Zambia next year. Please stay safe and healthy. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Your Excellence, for those remarks. And now I'd like to welcome the presence of the First Lady. Again, we apologize that this is happening this way, but please welcome with me next, Your Excellency, Mrs. Fatima Madabeyo, the First Lady of Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, my dear sisters and First Ladies of Africa, Professor Frank, the founder of Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha, the CEO of Merck Foundation, our distinguished partners, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Africa all, good afternoon. Today, I am very humbled to be here participating on this summit alongside my sisters, First Ladies. Let me start by thanking Merck Foundation for your generous contribution towards my national food basket for all in my country during this very difficult time in our society. It is very horrifying to know that the pandemic has increased violence against women and children around the world. The staying at home for women and children has given perpetrators the chances to have access to them. The abuse is now very aggressive, and in most cases, the consequences is disastrous on our women and children. COVID-19 pandemic is a threat to the limited gains made in the past decades, at risk of being rolled back. Because of COVID-19, I believe that the advantage us women have had in our fight towards gender equality around the world is now under severe threat. But I'm very happy to say that with the support and the partnership with Merck Foundation, there is a whole lot we are working towards right now. We know due to the COVID-19, most of the things that we needed to do are things that we have to be with the people, and we have to be talking to the people and understand the plight of the people. It's the face-to-face issues that we need to do. But my country has been invited to participate for the one-year online courses for diabetics management, which we're working on, and I understand that our on-site will start in March. So in March, we'll have our participation. We'll have our participants register and make sure we benefit from these courses. The sexual and reproductive medicines, acute medicines, respiratory medicines, all of these are things that have been offered to us in Sierra Leone. And we're very honored to say that you know, Merck Foundation, you continue to think about us, you continue to think about what we need to do in our country. I also want to honestly say to Dr. Rasha and Professor Frank that when the coronavirus started, it's a difficult situation for women around the world. It's a difficult situation for everybody around the world, but it is more difficult when it comes to women and children in Africa. So my office, we decided that what we need to do is really try to reduce the plight on our women. And we started the National Food Basket. At the beginning, we were looking at only taking care of maybe 10, 15,000 people and grow from there. But as of now, we have managed to feed minimum at least 30,000 households in the country, all over the country. And our concentration is on our women, our widows, and most of the orphanages, the people that we believe, because it's hard for us to decide who this pandemic affects the most. It's a pandemic that affects every one of us. So it's difficult for us to say we have to choose this one. So we decided that let us only focus on vulnerable people. Let us focus on the vulnerables, which are women and children. You know, not like the men are not that important in what we're doing. I hope Professor Mark, you're not thinking that we are avoiding the men, but we thought, you know, let us concentrate our resources, our energy on the women and children. And the National Food Basket, I can assure you, we've started, it's ongoing. It's been going on for the last 2 months or 3 months now. And we have reached so many people in vulnerable places. We have protected a whole lot of victims of sexual abuse. We have changed the narrative of the way women should be treated during a pandemic like this. And I want to say thank you to Dr. Rasha and Professor, that your intervention, your timely intervention in making sure that the success of our National Food Basket was so timely. And on behalf of my country, on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, I want to say thank you, absolutely thank you. For the courses that you have offered us, we will take them in good faith, and we are going to utilize them, and we are going to appreciate them, because we need all of these things in our country. We need as many doctors, we need as many specialists in everything. With the coronavirus, most definitely, that's when your medical system is tested, because this is a situation which no one was prepared for, and our medical system is now tested very aggressively. So I want to say to you people that this is a timely summit. This is a summit that we all do appreciate, and it's an opportunity for us to be able to see each other again. I believe that on my part, I have missed all my sisters, and Rasha, Mike, I was looking forward to, Professor, I was looking forward to our normal summits where, you know, we meet one another and learn from each other, and you know, pick each other's brain, and that's way that way we can take back to our country and try to continue our implementation. So I'm very humbled to be here this afternoon. I want to say I'm grateful that I'm learning more from as many people as possible. We concentrated on the national food basket because we know with coronavirus, the effect on household, on when you come to feeding, it's great, especially poor homes in Africa. And that's what we have concentrated on. We realize that the rate of rape, the rate of abuse, of course, that has risen up all over the world, but it is also very serious in Sierra Leone right now. And we are fighting that aggressively, because we believe that women also deserve to live in a world that is safe for every one of us. Our kids deserve to live in a world that is safe for every one of us. So we continue our Hands Off Our Girl campaign. We are partnering with as many people as possible, with as many organizations as possible. The finances that you people sent us, we use to donate to an organization called Don Bosco Fumble. Don Bosco Fumble is one of the organizations that is really doing so much for us in terms of the campaign that I am involved in, which is the Hands of Our Girl. Don Bosco Fumble, they have an institution that take care of rape victims, that take care of victims of abuse, they take care of kids that are abandoned children around the country. They are looking after so many different kind of children. They are looking at, they look after boys that commit minor crimes, and instead of we put them in prison, they take them on and they train them and they look after them, so they don't go to prison and just waste their life in prisons. Instead, they will take them on and train them and make them good people in society and release them into the society as a better person. So whatever support that you give to us, we channel it to our orphans, we channel it to our orphanages. We share with as many orphanages as possible. This pandemic, we're able to look after at least 40 different orphanages in our country. With the little that we have, we are able to share with every one of them and make sure, even if it's not much, but at least so that they understand that people, I mean, there are people out there who are worried about them and who cares about their well-being. So I want to thank you again for thinking about us, for supporting my cause, the Hands of Our Girl, and for supporting Sierra Leone and believing Sierra Leone. I know that we are supposed to be launching the Mark More Than a Woman media thing in Sierra Leone, and we were supposed to do the fashion in Sierra Leone this year. All of that we have to put on hold because of the coronavirus. But I'm still looking forward to welcoming you to our beautiful country, Sierra Leone. And I believe, like I said before, when you come to Sierra Leone, you will not want to go to any other African country, I can assure you that. But I'm looking forward to when you are going to come, and so that we can launch all of these wonderful ideas that we have. We can launch it together and then we implement them, because launching it is one thing, implementing it is another thing. So I'm looking forward to making sure the Mark More Than a Woman campaign on infertility, on the abuse, on everything that involves women. I am looking forward to us really putting that on map in Sierra Leone, and we push the agenda of Merck Foundation in Sierra Leone. I'm looking forward to that. I want to thank Professor again to say my doctors that are training in India, in Egypt, inshallah, they will be graduating. Some of them will graduate at the end of this year, and some of them will graduate early next year. So I'm going to be having 10 specialized 10 specialized doctors that will come back and serve us on our cancer issues in Sierra Leone. So I really want to say thank you on behalf of our people and every member of Sierra Leone. We want to say thank you. And on behalf of His Excellency, the President, retired Brigadier Julius Madabio, who is a fan of what Merck Foundation is doing, who believe in Merck Foundation, who understand the direction Merck Foundation want to take Africa, and he is part of that journey with us all. I want to say thank you so very much, and I'm grateful to be here. And good afternoon to all my sisters, and I truly, truly have missed every one of you so very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I can't wait to also come to Sierra Leone very soon.
Thank you.
Very soon. And now let me welcome the First Lady of Nigeria, Her Excellency Dr. Mrs. Aisha Muhammadu Buhari.
She did not, Brian, she's not here.
All right.
So,
apologies for that.
Madam Ashata.
Let's now listen to Madam Aissata Issoufou Muhammadu, the First Lady of Niger.
Madame, Monsieur le Président de Merck, Madame la Directrice Exécutive de la Fondation Merck, Présidente de la campagne Merck More Than a Mother, c'est pour moi un grand honneur et un réel plaisir de prendre part à ce premier sommet virtuel des Premières Dames dans le cadre de la Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative. En raison du confinement dû à la pandémie du coronavirus et surtout que je n'ai pas pu assister à la 6e édition de Merck Africa Asia Luminary à Accra au Ghana l'année dernière. Cette visioconférence de haut niveau traduit l'engagement de mes sœurs Premières Dames ainsi que moi-même à collaborer avec la Fondation Merck afin d'accroître significativement les objectifs de développement durable dans nos pays respectifs et améliorer par la même occasion les conditions de vie de nos communautés. Aussi, je tiens à remercier M. Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, président de Merck, et Dr. Rasha Kelej, directrice de la Fondation Merck et présidente de la campagne Merck More Than a Mother. Mesdames, Messieurs, je suis très enthousiaste à l'idée de renforcer notre partenariat à long terme et aller au-delà de tout ce que nous avons pu accomplir jusqu'à ce jour, notamment en matière de promotion de l'éducation des jeunes filles, la promotion des STEAM, sciences, technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques, et de la formation du personnel de santé au Niger. À travers la campagne Merck More Than a Mother, la Fondation Merck et la Fondation Pour une vie meilleure que je préside s'étaient engagées à soutenir le gouvernement nigérien dans le cadre de la prise en charge médicale de l'infertilité, la lutte contre la stigmatisation des femmes infertiles et leur autonomisation. Aujourd'hui, je peux aisément en témoigner dans les différents projets que nous mettons en œuvre au Niger, les différents projets que nous mettons en œuvre au Niger continuent d'avoir un impact direct et considérable sur le bien-être des populations nigériennes. Cependant, malgré tous nos efforts et les résultats que nous enregistrons sur le terrain, les défis subsistent. Nous devons poursuivre nos actions pour arriver à un changement de mentalité radical et amener la population à appréhender la question de l'infertilité autrement. C'est en mettant l'accent sur la prévention que nous y arriverons. Aussi, je me réjouis de pouvoir compter sur votre soutien afin de lancer au Niger de vastes campagnes de sensibilisation à l'endroit des populations sur les différentes causes de l'infertilité, notamment le manque d'hygiène, les maladies sexuellement transmissibles, les problèmes tubulaires, etc. C'est en cela que je félicite l'initiative de la Fondation Merck d'avoir initié la formation de nos médias locaux, principaux acteurs de changement dans notre société. Ces derniers constituent des partenaires privilégiés pour diffuser l'information et sensibiliser le public. Aujourd'hui, j'ai le plaisir de vous informer que les autorités de mon pays ont mis en place et équipé le tout premier service de procréation médicale assistée à l'hôpital général de référence de Niamey. Suite aux bourses de formation octroyées par la Fondation Merck à nos médecins spécialistes, j'ose espérer que nous pourrons compter sur votre appui afin de rendre ce service performant et nous assurer que les compétences acquises lors de ces formations soient exploitées au mieux. C'est le lieu de vous exprimer ici toute ma reconnaissance pour tout le soutien technique et financier que vous continuez d'apporter à nos pays. Nous avons inscrit à ce jour 3 candidats au programme de formation sur la fertilité, 4 candidats au programme de formation sur le cancer, dont 3 d'entre eux ont obtenu leur diplôme et 1 est en cours de formation actuellement en Inde. 8 candidats au programme de formation en ligne sur le diabète, dont 7 d'entre eux ont obtenu leur diplôme et 1 est en cours de formation. Notre ministère de la Santé publique s'active actuellement pour identifier d'autres candidats pour ces programmes. J'ai eu à rencontrer en présence du ministre de la Santé publique tous les diplômés ayant bénéficié de la bourse de la Fondation Merck afin de me rassurer de la meilleure utilisation de leurs compétences et connaissances acquises au profit des populations nigériennes. En tant qu'ambassadrice de Merck plus qu'une mère au Niger, je fais de la sensibilisation sur la prévention et la prise en charge de l'infertilité masculine afin de briser la stigmatisation des femmes infertiles. Ce combat se fait également grâce à l'accès à l'information, à la santé et au changement de mentalité. En collaboration avec le ministère de la Santé publique et la Fondation Merck, nous avons aussi organisé la première formation des médias sur la santé où 100 journalistes de 8 régions du Niger ont pris part pour être formés sur les normes internationales et à l'éthique des médias pour le reportage de questions sensibles telles que l'infertilité. Nous avons également lancé un appel à candidature pour le prix de reconnaissance des médias Merck plus qu'une mère en février 2020. Grâce à notre plateforme d'aujourd'hui, avec toutes mes sœurs ambassadrices, nous pouvons créer un changement de culture en Afrique pour briser la stigmatisation autour de l'infertilité. Je crois fermement à cette possibilité. Au Niger, la Fondation Good Vie Meilleure et la Fondation Merck ont mis en place un programme d'autonomisation des femmes depuis 2017, où ces femmes mènent des activités génératrices de revenus grâce aux appuis financiers qui leur ont été octroyés. Cette approche les soulage amplement par rapport à la question de la stigmatisation. Chères sœurs, comme vous le savez, l'Afrique fait face à de nombreux autres défis auxquels nous devons apporter des réponses. C'est la raison pour laquelle nous avons décidé d'étendre notre champ d'action aux autres secteurs de développement tout aussi prioritaires, d'où le passage de notre organisation OBDAS à OBDAD. Notre partenariat dans le cadre de cette initiative des premières dames autour de Merck doit répondre aux mêmes impératifs. Au sein de la Fondation Good Vie Meilleure, nous faisons de l'éducation et de la promotion des sciences, technologies, ingénierie et mathématiques, communément appelées STEM, une de nos priorités. Étant moi-même scientifique, je continue de mener le plaidoyer afin de renverser la tendance à abandonner cette filière. Nous avons initié de vastes projets nationaux et promotion des STEM au Niger. La cérémonie du prix d'excellence et de mérite que nous organisons chaque année récompense des centaines de jeunes élèves ayant obtenu les meilleurs résultats aux examens de fin de cycle. Cette année, nous sommes à la 10e édition. En 2019, le thème retenu était « Éducation scientifique pour un Niger émergent ». Cela nous a donné l'occasion de récompenser les meilleurs élèves scientifiques en plus des autres lauréats. En 2020, nous avons retenu comme thème « Usage d'éthique dans l'éducation », une réponse au choc de la COVID-19. Cela permettra à faire prendre conscience de l'importance du télétravail qui a permis de sauver l'année scolaire dans beaucoup de pays et de gérer diverses questions urgentes et importantes pendant le confinement dû à la pandémie de la COVID-19. Les lauréats recevront chacun un ordinateur portable dans leur kit. Parallèlement, nous continuons notre programme intitulé « Projet informatique pour tous », qui consiste à doter les écoles de salles informatiques aménagées et équipées. Cela nous permet de faire progresser la culture de l'utilisation d'éthique, technologie de l'information et de la communication dans les écoles et dans le monde du travail. Mesdames, Messieurs, chères sœurs, le tableau que je viens de dresser n'est qu'un aperçu de l'étendue des possibilités que nous offre notre partenariat avec la Fondation Merck. En tant que première dame, nous avons une immense responsabilité envers nos populations. Nous devons veiller en tout temps à leur garantir l'accès à des meilleures conditions de vie et avec le soutien de la Fondation Merck à nos côtés, nous pourrons réellement y arriver. Mesdames, Messieurs, chères sœurs, cette année est marquée par une crise sanitaire inédite. Pour contribuer à la pandémie, j'ai engagé les actions suivantes. 1. La mise en circulation dès mars 2020 d'une vidéo de sensibilisation de la population sur les consignes de prévention contre la COVID-19, notamment le lavage des mains. 2. La donation de masques aux différents ministères en charge de l'éducation et de la formation lors de la réouverture des établissements scolaires publics et privés et au ministère de la Défense nationale. 3. Une mise en circulation d'une seconde vidéo sur le port de masque dès la prise de décision par le gouvernement nigérien de lever le couvre-feu et déconfiner la ville de Niamey. 4. Le plaidoyer pour la mobilisation de ressources additionnelles en appui au gouvernement pour faire face à l'épidémie. 5. La donation d'équipements de prise en charge au ministère de la Santé publique. 6. La distribution des kits alimentaires aux personnes vulnérables, notamment les personnes âgées retraitées pendant la période de confinement. C'est une opération faite grâce à un partenariat entre la Fondation Merck et la Fondation Gourivi Meilleur. Merci à la Fondation Merck pour son précieux soutien. Avant de terminer mon propos, je voudrais également citer certaines activités que nous avons en commun avec la Fondation Merck au cours de cette année 2020 et dans les jours à venir. Premièrement, nous avons lancé un livre de contes inspirant intitulé « Faites le bon choix » en français. Cette histoire vise à sensibiliser le public au coronavirus et à donner des informations sur la façon de rester en sécurité et de rester en bonne santé physique et mentale pendant ces périodes troublantes et difficiles. Deuxièmement, nous prévoyons bientôt de lancer l'histoire d'Amadou, un livre d'histoire destiné aux élèves de l'école pour mettre un accent particulier sur les fortes valeurs familiales et de respect dès le plus jeune âge. Troisièmement, nous prévoyons également de soutenir 20 jeunes filles dans le cadre du programme Éduquer Linda, qui vise à autonomiser les filles à travers l'éducation au Niger. Nous travaillons en étroite collaboration avec l'équipe de la Fondation Merck sur ce nouveau programme. Une partie de ce programme consiste à lancer le livre d'histoire intitulé « Éduquer Aïchatou » pour inspirer les filles et sensibiliser les communautés sur l'importance de l'éducation des filles. J'aimerais terminer en remerciant une fois de plus la Fondation Merck pour son engagement et sa détermination à collaborer avec les premières dames et plus largement les États africains dans l'atteinte de leurs objectifs de développement. Vive la coopération multilatérale. Je vous remercie de votre aimable attention.
Merci, Your Excellency. Thank you so much. Let me now welcome Her Excellency Mrs. Monica Gengos, the First Lady of Namibia.
Thank you very much. And to all my dear sisters, my fellow African First Ladies, a warm welcome to all of you. And I want to repeat what Fatima from Sierra Leone said, and I miss all of you too. And a special welcome to the First Ladies of Burundi and Malawi. I see Malawi, in my language, we say you are my Mbushe, since we both named Monica. So fantastic to see both of you, and hopefully we'll see each other, First Lady from Burundi as well, at our next meetings. Chairman of the Executive Board, Professor Frank Stangenberg, Dr. Rasha, all of you, thank you very much. I think this is the first time I've seen so many First Ladies since coronavirus started. And I think we have you to thank for that, Dr. Rasha. So congratulations and well done. And it's an absolute honor to participate in this first virtual summit of Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative. We are facing, like all of you, a number of challenges with COVID-19 lockdowns, the travel bans, and through these kind of platforms, we manage to remain united in so many ways. And it's in times like these that sharing challenges, best practices, and encouraging one another can really be of great value. And personally, as a First Lady, one of my discoveries is that the only person who can actually understand some of my challenges are fellow First Ladies, because it's very difficult to communicate and engage and confide in those who don't have the same experience. I'd like to take this opportunity to greatly appreciate the valuable partnership that we have with Merck Foundation and to be part of this fantastic platform of African First Ladies as the Merck More Than a Mother Ambassador. I'd also like to commend the work of the Merck Foundation in advancing public healthcare sectors across Africa, as this is very critical to us in Namibia in light of the current medical and public concerns. If COVID has taught us anything, and I think it's taught us many lessons, is that as African countries, one of our main priorities post-COVID is really to strengthen our public healthcare systems, because there will be moments like this where that is all we have to rely on. I'm delighted to report on the following achievements since our launch during March of this year. I think we were the lucky ones. If I'm not mistaken, this is probably, Namibia was the last country that Russia visited, because we had our launch in the beginning of March. And after that, we started with the lockdown. So we're delighted that the launches finally happened in Namibia. And we've managed to do a couple of things. We've managed to do the media health training with media practitioners and academia, and they greatly appreciated that initiative. We distributed 20,000 copies to all 14 regions of Namibia of what we call Polis's story, for learners to break the infertility stigma and emphasize strong family values of love and respect from a young age. We have placed a greater focus on sexual and gender-based violence during lockdown due to the spike in cases, including supporting women with infertility issues and lack of access to services and support. One of the interesting things that have happened is that Namibia procures most of its infertility treatment from South Africa. And while the borders for trade have been largely open, women in Namibia who have been on infertility treatments were greatly affected because of the delays at the border. It was difficult for them to access their infertility treatments because they need to be refrigerated. And for that reason, a lot of the supply stopped. So it also says a lot again about our procurement processes and domesticating our procurement processes so that we don't have these very disruptive supplies in medication and treatments. We have managed to have more than 21 local young Namibian doctors enrolled for the one-year online diploma from the South Wales University in the fields of diabetes, cardiology, endocrinology, respiratory medicines, and acute medicines. We've had 8 doctors from different regions in Namibia enrolled for the online 1-year diploma and the 2-year master's degree in sexual and reproductive medicines, which will add significant value to women's health and will reshape the landscape of fertility and reproductive health nationwide, and also improve access to quality and equitable healthcare to coronavirus patients and risk groups. We've produced 5 videos of human interest stories and posted them on the Merck Foundation YouTube channel and our social media platforms as well to ensure that there's continuous awareness. We've used different platforms in educating each other on different aspects of infertility, and we've used radio, we've used print media, as well as social media to engage the issues of stigma, as well as demystifying many of the issues. We've established regional focal people. We've held 4 Zoom calls to support and empower these focal people that we've identified. And they are now having radio talks in local languages to raise awareness in the regions. We've also solicited financial assistance for 6 heroines to start their small business initiatives to empower women who are living with infertility stigma so they become independent, stronger, and happier. Linda received her funding first, and she bought cows for farming and to resell the cows. And on that point, I must say, a lot of the feedback that we're getting from these women, not only the ones who've received funding for business, but those who form part of the regional networks, has really been that this has been a journey of self-empowerment and confidence for them, because they often felt that they carried the burden of infertility on their own. We've also managed to establish support groups, and we've identified topical issues for discussions in face-to-face and Zoom meetings, which include the regional members. And this is where COVID, because we were doing this before COVID, it was easy to go onto the online platforms and to use platforms like WhatsApp in order to remain connected, because that's one of the biggest things, it's remaining connected. So these support groups have been established. We've managed to give psychosocial support to individual ladies and couples after infertility treatment has failed. We've established the WhatsApp groups that I've just talked about for the Merck heroines from different regions in the country. And we've got Dr. Ndovi, who submitted a draft media toolkit to Merck Foundation for review, and we'll be doing our validation training, which was scheduled for 15 August 2020, and we've postponed it until further notice. There are 15 participants, including fertility specialists, media practitioners, and the Law Society of Namibia members will participate to validate the draft training toolkit. We've got a number of upcoming events and activities. We will be looking at an infertility power breakfast with a focus on the importance of infertility counseling and coping with miscarriages and marriage disputes due to infertility. We've announced the winners of the Stay-at-Home Media Recognition Awards and Merck More Than a Mother Media Recognition Awards in Namibia soon. And we are also working on other initiatives aimed to improve access to information, health, and the change of mindsets, such as developing training materials and myth-busting leaflets for media, marriage counselors, priests, and relevant stakeholders. As a Merck More Than a Mother ambassador, I'd really like to emphasize this campaign has become critical for my country and for Africa at large. And we'll continue with our commitment to empower infertile women through access to education, information, health, change of mindset, and economic support, even during these unsettling times of the COVID-19 pandemic. Another surprising comment that we've received from many of our participants is from husbands who are supporting their wives. And one of the things that they've been saying a lot is that they delighted that their wives are getting support, because often they feel it's just the two of them. But they've also specifically asked us to have messaging also for men who are both either supporting their wives or who are struggling with infertility in silence, because often they also are the victims of stigma. And at times it does instigate gender-based violence when the woman is blamed, even though neither couple has been tested to see who has the challenge of infertility. Once again, I'd like to thank Merck Foundation for hosting us today. And we really look forward to seeing you in Zambia next year. So all of you, please stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Madam Monica. Actually, Brian, I would like to intervene here in 1 minute. I want to echo the congratulations for Her Excellency, the First Lady of Burundi, Madame Angeline, and Her Excellency, the First Lady of Malawi, Madame Monica Shakwira, for the new position as First Ladies. I know that they just joined last month maybe, and I would like to congratulate them as the new position of First Ladies and also new members of Merck Africa First Ladies Initiative. But I also would like to welcome Madame Ana Lorenzo, the First Lady of Angola, because this is a new member also of Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative. It's the first time for her to join us today. And I would like to thank Madame Monica, First Lady of Namibia, for her introduction, because she introduced me to Madame Ana. But also I would like to thank Madame Ashirata Esofu, First Lady of Niger, because she introduced me to Madame Monica. So thank you very, very much. That's really how our this platform works, and I'm very grateful for all of you to have this time of your busy agenda during this pandemic to be with us to try to strengthen the healthcare capacity through our partnership and through our long-term commitment. I have only one request, that Madame Angeline, the First Lady of Burundi, she's actually in Dubai, and she had a meeting with the government of UAE. That's why she is in Dubai. I met her personally last week, and we have introduction for Merck Foundation programs. But she has to travel now. Her flight is waiting. So she asked that if she can have her speech now, because she has to take off in a few minutes. So will this be okay? Okay, so I think Madame Angeline can join now. Brian, can you make the introduction?
Thank you, Dr. Rasha. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now listen to the First Lady of Burundi, Her Excellency Madame Angeline Ndayishimiye.
Yes, the First Lady of Burundi. It's mute. You are on mute. Mute.
Merci. Merci de me passer la parole avant les autres qui sont devant moi. Chères sœurs, Excellences, Première Dame d'Afrique, Monsieur le Président du Comité exécutif de la Fondation Merck, Professeur Frank, Monsieur le Président Directeur Général de la Fondation Merck, le Docteur Rasha Kelej, c'est un réel plaisir de me joindre à vous, Excellences, Première Dame africaine, à l'occasion de cette vidéoconférence du sommet de l'initiative des Premières Dames de la Fondation Merck. Permettez-moi d'exprimer mes sincères remerciements aux responsables de la Fondation Merck de m'avoir invité à prendre part pour la première fois à ce sommet en tant que Première Dame du Burundi. Je suis très heureuse de faire partie de cette prestige plateforme, l'initiative des Premières Dames de Fondation Merck, et de vous entendre tous, mes chères sœurs, parler de vos expériences et programmes de vos pays. La semaine dernière, le président directeur général de la Fondation Merck m'a transmis un résumé détaillé des programmes de la Fondation Merck au Burundi et des plans stratégiques pour renforcer les capacités de soins de santé autonomiser les filles à travers l'éducation et briser la stigmatisation liée à l'infertilité dans mon pays. Je suis très fière d'avoir été nommée ambassadrice de la Fondation Merck Prix Kinmer pour autonomiser les femmes infertiles à travers l'accès à l'information, à l'éducation, au changement de mentalité, à l'autonomisation économique de la femme. J'ai hâte de commencer notre important partenariat à long terme avec Fondation Merck et nous sommes prêts à capitaliser des programmes précieux de cette fondation dans notre pays que nous comptons étendre à l'échelle nationale pour contribuer au développement socio-économique du Burundi. Pendant cette crise mondiale de la pandémie du COVID-19, je suis heureuse de savoir qu'en plus de son programme, la Fondation Merck a lancé une nouvelle stratégie pour répondre à la lutte contre la pandémie du COVID-19. Je tiens à vous informer qu'à ce jour, le Burundi a déjà enregistré 431 cas positifs, dont 345 cas déjà guéris, 85 cas encore suivi médical et un décès. Lors de son discours de commémoration du 58e anniversaire de l'indépendance du Burundi, le 1er juillet 2020, Son Excellence le Président de la République du Burundi, le général-major des chimie Évariste, a lancé un programme de 3 mois de lutte contre la maladie à Covid baptisé Ndakira Sinandura Kandi Sinandukiza Covid-19, c'est-à-dire en français, je guéris, je ne me contamine pas et je ne transmets pas aux autres le Covid-19. C'est ainsi qu'à travers ce programme, une vaste campagne de dépistage de masse gratuite de la population a débuté le 6 juillet 2020 et continué son cours normal à travers tout le pays. Nous serions très heureuses que la Fondation Merck puisse appuyer ces efforts du gouvernement à travers cette nouvelle stratégie de lutte contre la pandémie du COVID-19. À ce point, le mois d'août, nous avons appuyé le gouvernement du Burundi en donnant quelques kits pour la lutte contre le COVID-19, dont le contenu sont les masques, la protection complète et quelques instruments médicaux comme thermoflash. De plus, je suis heureuse de savoir que la Fondation Merck prévoit, dans le cadre de notre partenariat, de fournir à 5 médecins gynécologues une bourse d'ENA dans diverses spécialités d'oncologie en Inde, dans le but de constituer une équipe qualifiée en vue de l'amélioration de l'accès à des soins anticancéreux de qualité et équitable dans le pays. Je saisis cette occasion pour demander à la Fondation Merck d'étendre cette formation d'ENA en oncologie à d'autres catégories de prestataires de soins et d'accorder des bourses pour le 3e cycle en oncologie et à des médecins généralistes burundais. Je suis également heureuse de savoir que la Fondation Merck prévoit, dans le cadre de son programme des points bleus du diabète de la Fondation Merck, d'aider à l'amélioration de l'accès à des soins du diabète équitable et de qualité à travers tout le pays, en proposant un cours de master en ligne sur le diabète pour 21 médecins. Il serait également judicieux d'accorder des bourses pour le troisième cycle en diabétologue à des médecins généralistes burundais. En tant qu'ambassadrice de Merck Prix Kinmer, je travaillerai en collaboration avec nos ministères et tout intervenant, notamment les médias, les sociétés civiles, pour sensibiliser nos communautés à mieux comprendre l'infertilité, briser la stigmatisation autour des femmes infertiles et l'autonomisation grâce à l'accès à l'information, à l'éducation, à la santé et au changement de mentalité. Il est triste de savoir que les femmes sont uniques responsables de l'infertilité et qu'elles sont constamment soumises à des violences physiques et psychologiques. Nous devons encourager les hommes à parler et à discuter ouvertement de leurs problèmes d'infertilité et à savoir que la fertilité est une responsabilité partagée. Dans ce domaine de la fertilité, je ne manquerai pas d'exprimer ma gratitude à l'endroit de la Fondation Merck qui a accordé des formations à 5 médecins gynécologues en fertilité et 5 laborantés en embryologie. Je souhaite que des bourses pour le troisième cycle dans le domaine de la fertilité soient accordées à des médecins généralistes burundais et que les appuis en équipement et en consommables puissent être attribués au centre de prise en charge de l'infertilité. Nous lançons en partenariat avec le ministère de l'Éducation le nouveau programme important de la Fondation Merck éduqué Linda pour parrainer chaque année l'éducation des 20 filles les plus performantes dans leur école secondaire. Il s'agit d'une initiative très importante pour autonomiser nos filles en matière d'éducation. Nous réitérons notre engagement. Nous lançons également des livres d'histoire pour enfants. L'histoire de David est faite le bon choix qui promeuvent de fortes valeurs familiales, d'amour et de respect et des valeurs communautaires d'honnêteté et de travail acharné. Nous réitérons notre engagement à continuer à travailler en étroite collaboration avec la Fondation Merck pour créer un changement de culture, respecter les femmes, qu'elles aient des enfants ou non. Elles sont toutes plus que des mères. Nous les autonomiserons grâce à l'éducation, à la santé et au changement de mentalité. Au nom du peuple burundais et à mon nom propre, nous nous félicitons du partenariat à long terme avec la Fondation Merck pour renforcer les capacités de soins de santé et relever nos défis sanitaires dans le pays. Vive la Fondation Merck, vive nos partenariats. Je vous remercie, vous tous.
Thank you very much, Madam Angeline. Congratulations again, and safe flight.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Merci. And I know one day we'll also get to come to Burundi and visit, have a safe flight back home. Let me now welcome Her Excellency Dr. Isaura.
Merci à vous.
Yes. Her Excellency Dr. Isaura Ferrao Nyusi, the First Lady of Mozambique.
Então, em primeiro lugar, saudar a todos os presentes e felicitar a Primeira-Dama do Burundi, a Primeira-Dama do Malau, respectivamente, para a eleição dos presidentes e também parabenizar a primeira-dama de Angola para a parte do nosso grupo de iniciativa das primeiras-damas da Fundação Merck. Suas Excelências Primeiras-Damas africanas, minhas queridas irmãs, Senhor Professor Frank, Presidente do Conselho Executivo da Merck, Senhora Doutora Rasha, Presidente do Conselho de Administração da Fundação Merck, minhas senhoras e meus senhores, à luz das atividades desenvolvidas no âmbito da Covid-19, gostaria de transmitir os meus agradecimentos aos heróis dia a dia na linha da frente desta pandemia que realizam o seu trabalho árduo, frequentemente desgastante durante todo o ano. Em torno da Covid-19, gostaria de transmitir a minha experiência em relação a algumas iniciativas que nós temos estado a desenvolver a nível nacional. Iniciativa que lançamos, denominada por Juntos Venceremos a Covid-19, assente em 5 pilares. Primeiro, é a disseminação massiva, inclusiva das medidas preventivas por meio das plataformas de comunicação social. Segundo, angariamos produtos alimentares para garantir a cesta básica para as nossas comunidades. Terceiro, angariamos material hospitalar, equipamento de proteção para os profissionais da linha da frente em resposta à Covid. Intensificamos a vigilância para a mitigação de casos de violência baseada no género. Protegemos a saúde e o bem-estar das crianças, mulheres, idosos, pessoas com deficiência. Permitam-me aproveitar este momento para agradecer à Fundação Merck por tornar possível a realização deste valioso encontro e auguro que possamos nos encontrar pessoalmente em breve. Como podemos ver, estamos todas com saudades uma das outras, né? Gostaria de aproveitar esta oportunidade para agradecer sinceramente pelos programas valiosos que realizamos em cooperação com a Fundação Merck no âmbito da iniciativa Embaixadora da Merck, mais do que uma mãe. Suas Excelências, Primeiras Damas de África, fico bastante satisfeita com o forte empenho da Fundação Merck de melhorar cada vez mais o desempenho do setor da saúde pública em toda a África. Portanto, permitam-me partilhar com Vossas Excelências os resultados da nossa parceria. Em 2019, lançamos oficialmente a nossa parceria ao longo prazo com a Fundação Merck, com o apoio do gabinete que dirijo e do nosso Ministério da Saúde, para desenvolver a capacidade de tratamento do cancro, diabetes e fertilidade e definir as intervenções para quebrar o estigma da infertilidade e empoderar as meninas através da educação nos próximos 5 anos. Estamos muito orgulhosos e felizes de manter a parceria com a Fundação Merck e pelo fato de trabalharmos com estreita colaboração para apoiarmos na consolidação da capacidade do sistema de saúde e formação dos nossos provedores de saúde, principalmente durante a crise global, enfrentamos uma enorme pressão no sistema de saúde. Continuarei a trabalhar em estreita colaboração com o nosso Ministério de Saúde para identificar os candidatos certos que farão parte dos programas de bolsas de estudos e formação em Oncologia, Diabetes e Fertilidade. Atualmente, temos 14 médicos, sendo um de cada província, que se inscreveram pela primeira vez no curso de mestrado em diabetes e será ministrado em português através do projeto Ponto Jesus de Diabetes da Fundação Merck. Agradecemos o apoio contínuo do nosso Ministério de Saúde e da Fundação Merck no acompanhamento destes candidatos. Aguardamos com enorme expectativa a recomendação de mais candidatos que possam se inscrever no curso de mestrado em diabetes, para que possamos aumentar a capacidade de tratamento em diabetes em Moçambique. Junto com a Fundação Merck, estou plenamente empenhada em trabalhar em estreita colaboração com vista à apresentação de ideias inovadoras que envolverão diferentes setores para criar uma mudança de cultura com o objetivo de quebrar o estigma da infertilidade e causar um grande impacto no futuro, não muito distante. As 2 ou 3 iniciativas incluirão o Prêmio de Jornalismo, Merck Mais do que uma Mãe, e a formação de jornalistas em matéria de saúde. Estamos a planear realizar a primeira formação de jornalistas em matéria de saúde no âmbito de cooperação com a Fundação Merck em Moçambique, após o fim do confinamento, para capacitar os jornalistas sobre padrões internacionais e ética da mídia sobre como reportar questões delicadas como a infertilidade em África. Isso irá beneficiar os jornalistas na compreensão dos problemas de infertilidade nas comunidades africanas e aprender de boas práticas de mídia para cobri-las com o objetivo de quebrar o estigma e sensibilizar as nossas comunidades através de todos os meios de comunicação. Também anunciaremos o convite à apresentação de candidaturas para o Prêmio de Jornalismo Merck Mais do que uma Mãe. Com vista a disseminar a nossa resposta à Covid-19, anunciaremos o convite à apresentação de candidatos para os prêmios de jornalismo Fica em Casa em Moçambique. O tema dos prêmios é elevar a consciência sobre como manter-se seguro, física e mentalmente saudáveis durante o bloqueio do coronavírus. Como sabeis, lançamos um livro de histórias infanto-juvenis inspirador, Como Fazer a Escolha Certa. Estamos ansiosos para trabalhar de perto com a equipa da Fundação Merck no novo programa Educar Serafina, com o objetivo de empoderar as meninas por meio da educação e para lançar o livro de histórias Educar Serafina. Para inspirar as meninas a se sensibilizar as comunidades sobre a importância da educação feminina. Produzimos ainda a história do José e lançaremos juntos, após o confinamento, um livro de histórias destinado aos estudantes com o objetivo de enfatizar os fortes valores familiares do amor e respeito desde a eternidade e de levar a consciência sobre como quebrar o estigma de infertilidade. Tenho orgulho de trabalhar com as nossas excelências, as primeiras damas, através da nossa plataforma, Iniciativa das Primeiras Damas da Fundação Merck, para ajudar as mulheres e jovens as nossas comunidades, os nossos jovens médicos a serem os futuros especialistas da saúde, e aguardo ansiosamente que me reencontre pessoalmente com as vossas excelências na Zâmbia no próximo ano. Pela vossa atenção, muito obrigado.
Thank you so much, merci. And I also can't wait to come to Mozambique one day. I am so sure that it's a beautiful country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's now move on and listen to Her Excellency Mrs. Monica Chakwera, the First Lady of Malawi.
Thank you very much. My dear sisters, excellencies, African First Ladies, salutations to you. Also to our chairman of the Executive Board of MEC, Professor Frank Stangenberg and Stangenberg Haverkamp, Chief Executive Officer of Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha. I'm very, very happy to be part of this initiative, this meeting, Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative. And I've been hearing from all you auspicious ladies for what you've been saying about this organization, how you're working together with them. I'm very, very excited with what you're doing, and I'm thinking next year I'll be reporting some things that we would have been involved in these initiatives that are coming forward. As I've already said, I'm a new member, but I'm very excited with what we are doing as an organization. People have talked a lot, so many issues. I'm learning. The Merck Foundation CEO gave me a detailed summary of what the foundation programs are in Malawi and the strategic plans to build healthcare capacity. Also empower girls in education and break the infertility stigma in my country. And I've been listening to the ladies as they've been explaining what is happening in their countries. I'm very encouraged, and I think we'll also achieve a lot. I was very honored to be appointed as ambassador of Make More Than a Mother. I guess in my personal experience, maybe I didn't think much about this problem of infertility, especially for women. But now what other first ladies have been talking about, they've opened up my mind to look at it as really something that we need to be involved and something that we need to help the ladies out there. I'm very excited about the other program of Educating Linda, because that is also very close to my heart. And actually, my own foundation, I will be doing that particular program of educating girls, especially village girls. As it's becoming clear that COVID-19 global crisis will be with us for some time, we are interested more than ever in building healthcare capacity and training our local doctors, who are our first line defense and the heroes of the battle at hand. Therefore, I'm very happy to know that Merck Foundation has embarked on a new strategy to respond to coronavirus pandemic, focusing on several areas. One of these areas is to provide an online one-year diploma for doctors in many medical specialties, such as diabetes cardiovascular, endocrinology, sexual and reproductive health, respiratory and acute medicine. Together with our Ministry of Health, we are soon going to share a list of doctors to be enrolled into these different diplomas. I was also happy to learn that others are graduating very soon in other countries. I'm encouraged by that to say that that will be very helpful to our country as well in these areas. And we believe this will contribute towards shaping the healthcare sector landscape in Malawi and improve access to quality and equitable health care solutions. Through our long-term partnership with Merck, we are looking forward to have hundreds of doctors across the country benefit from these programs to be able to provide better care to our patients and our communities. Like other first ladies have already said, this is very helpful because like we have this pandemic come up upon us suddenly. If doctors are not trained, then we'll all be in trouble. But if they have this training, and it's like Merck knew that some things like this will happen. And those that have already trained, I'm sure were very, very helpful to the citizens in the countries. I'm happy to know that Merck Foundation is planning, as part of our partnership, to provide 9 candidates with 1-year oncology fellowship in India to train young doctors from Malawi in various specialties of oncology, with the aim of establishing a skilled team to be able to improve access to quality and equitable cancer care in the country. That will be meeting quite a big need, especially in our country, because our cancer center is not, they are not very well equipped with doctors that would be readily available to help with this situation. So this will be very, very helpful, and I'm looking forward to even training more doctors on this issue. When these people get trained, especially in the cancer knowledge that you're offering, our cancer centers will be very readily available to help people. We are planning to, therefore we are planning to enroll more doctors in the next batches that you will be offering. Like I said, we lack specialties in those areas. We will soon announce the winners of Stay-at-Home Media Recognition Awards in Malawi, which was launched to raise awareness on how to stay safe and keep physically and mentally healthy in the light of the COVID-19 pandemic. It is also important to mention that through Merck More Than a Mother campaign, we are going to make history together through training the first fertility specialists and embryologists in Malawi to establish a strong platform to assist infertile couples in the country for the first time, at least to be helped by the local experts that will have trained. I'm very happy that I've been offered this ambassadorial position, and I'll take it as my priority to work on that, because I don't think we have a lot of people involved in that area. in this area, we are first of all going to enroll 3 candidates in the upcoming batches. As soon as the travel situation gets better, these 3 people will go to learn on these issues and help us. As more than a mother ambassador, I will work in collaboration with our government line ministers to sensitize our communities, and more especially in the rural areas, to better understand infertility, to break the stigma. As they say, prevention is always better than cure. So we will concentrate a lot on prevention. Some of these issues, due to our cultures, they are not talked about. That's why sometimes we have bigger problems than we should have. But I'll make sure that we do talk about them, especially in the villages, and come up with help, especially identify problems so we can prevent the infertility issue. As we say, this campaign is very critical for my country and for Africa at large. I will fully support the initiative as the First Lady of Malawi and also as a woman, because it's also very close to my heart. I have relatives, friends who have gone through those issues, those stigma type of situations. This will help me to understand the issue better and help other people better. So that will also be done through raising awareness through media, social media, fashion and art, because these are very critical to creating a culture shift to break infertility stigma and to raise awareness about infertility prevention. So I'm planning to concentrate a lot on prevention because I think that is better than dealing with the issue, because they say 85% of infertility is due to untreated infections or some other problems. So that's why I think for me, we'll concentrate more on the prevention. On the Girls Foundation, the girls education, educating Linda, I think that's what they call it here. And that is also my passion. And in my own foundation, I'm gonna do something like that also. That's what I had planned even before I met make people to explain to me what they are doing in the country. So I was very excited to hear that program in the Merck Foundation. So we are planning to launch the partnership with Ministry of Education. The Merck Foundation's, we are planning to launch the Merck Foundation's new program, Educating Linda. Like I said, it's my heart, it's at the center of my heart. So we'll be sponsoring 20 best performing girls in their secondary school educations every year. So 20 girls every year in their secondary school education. And I think, and we'll be lobbying in the future that the number could go up more, because you educate a girl, you educate a nation. My dear sisters, you are going to hear more about our achievements in next year, in the future, because like I said, we're just joining, we're just starting. So when we meet in Zambia, we'll give you some update on where we are with our program. in future, we'll be explaining more how we will be going about these program initiatives. I'm hoping that we will report progress like other first ladies have been reporting here on where they are now, how they've been helped. Now, with 2 months in the office, there isn't much I can say, but I promise to say a lot next time we meet. Thank you very much. I thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Madam Monica. Congratulations again and welcome to our platform. And we're sure that we will make it a great success together in the future.
Congratulations again, Your Excellency. And I'm definitely excited that you have joined this platform. I had never experienced Jollof until the last time we were in Ghana. And please allow me to welcome Her Excellency, the First Lady of Ghana, Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo.
Hello, everyone. My dear sisters, Your Excellencies, African First Ladies, Chairman of Executive Board of Merck.
Your Excellency, you are on mute. Unmute. Yes.
Okay.
No, it's on mute.
Sorry?
Please talk.
Okay, shall I start again? Yeah. Can you hear me?
It's on mute.
It's on mute.
Is Stangenberg on mute?
Can you hear?
Okay, now? Yes, I think it's unmuted now. Yes, Your Excellency, please.
Yes, can you? Can you hear me? I don't believe this.
No, we are.
Yes, we can, Your Excellency. We can hear you loud and clear. Please proceed.
My dear sisters, Your Excellencies, African First Ladies, Chairman of Executive Board of Merck, Professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, the CEO of Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha Kelej, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my absolute joy to meet my dear sister First Ladies, albeit virtually, Dr. Rasha Kelej, Professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, and indeed all the distinguished people joining us today. In partnership with the Merck Foundation, Ghana organized the 6th luminary in Accra last year. This brought to the fore high-level political engagement on infertility and the abuse suffered by women as a consequence. Today, I wish to thank all of you for your support and participation in the 6th luminary. I look forward to seeing you all in Zambia next year, God willing. We all know how the global COVID-19 pandemic has brought the world to its knees and put enormous strain on health systems all over the world. Each of us know how hard we have been hit in our respective countries. Therefore, we all recognize the importance of collaboration in navigating the uncertainty our countries face. My dear sisters, now more than ever, we realize the significance of building our healthcare capacity, including training of more healthcare providers at all levels. In saying this, I recognize and appreciate our partnership with Merck Foundation. This partnership is supporting our countries to provide quality, improved healthcare to our people. Thank you, Merck Foundation. It is important for me to mention some of the things we have done with Merck Foundation in Ghana. With the support of Merck Foundation, many of our healthcare providers have received critical specialty training in the fields of cancer, diabetes, cardiology, endocrinology, respiratory, acute medicines, sexual and reproductive medicines, fertility, and embryology. I am proud to say 8 doctors have successfully completed their one-year diploma in diabetes and cardiovascular preventive medicines. 10 more doctors are scheduled to enroll in a 2-year diploma and a 3-year master's program. Again, 5 more doctors are to be enrolled in a 1-year online endocrinology program. When it comes to management of infertility, Merck Foundation has graciously trained 7 candidates in embryology and will further enroll 5 doctors to a 1-year online diploma in sexual and reproductive medicine, followed by a year's master's degree. This will greatly improve women's health in general and reproductive health in particular in Ghana. Through the Merck Cancer Access Program, we have enrolled 8 doctors on a 1-year and 2-year oncology fellowship and master's degree programs. We are working with our Ministry of Health to enroll more doctors on these programs. This would make a real difference to our healthcare delivery system. Merck Foundation has been most helpful in our response to the coronavirus. They have made it possible for us to enroll 4 doctors on a 1-year online postgraduate diploma in respiratory medicines and a 1-year online postgraduate diploma in acute medicine from University of South Wales. We have also launched an inspiring storybook, Make the Right Choice, Stay at Home, to raise awareness on how to stay safe and keep physically and mentally healthy during the coronavirus lockdown. Merck Foundation also made donations to support the livelihood of women and casual workers' families during the coronavirus lockdown. We are very grateful for the support. The education of girls is dear to my heart, so I was excited to work with the Merck Foundation to execute our TV program, Because I Want to Be. This is a television mentoring program with the aim to reduce dropout rates for adolescent girls and to provide employable skills to school dropouts who cannot go back to school. We are also concluding discussions to inspire girls and sensitize communities about the importance of girl education and the Merck Foundation's Educating Linda program. Through this program, we will sponsor 20 high-performing girls to complete their education. I would like to thank Merck Foundation for their commitment to supporting healthcare systems, women and girls in Ghana and Africa. I also commend them for broadening the discussions on infertility by organizing competitions in fashion, film, and journalism. Finally, I would like to say that our thoughts and prayers are with all who have been affected by the global COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you, Merck Foundation, for being such an awesome partner. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Madam Rebecca. It was a great memories when we were in Ghana last year, and I hope that we can make it very soon to meet in person, hopefully after this pandemic ends and we are all safe and healthy. Thank you very much.
See you soon.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Now let me welcome Her Excellency Mrs. Fatoumata Barbaro, the First Lady of the Gambia.
Thank you. My dear sisters, Your Excellencies, First Ladies of our dear Africa, Chairperson of Executive Board of Merck, Professor Frank, CEO of Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. I am pleased to be part of the Merck Foundation platform this year, and I wish to begin by expressing my sincere appreciation and gratitude to our everyday heroes, our healthcare workers. This sacrifice, commitment, and courage in fighting this pandemic deserve our deepest gratitude and admiration during these trying times. We have realized now more than ever before the importance of their role and our responsibility is to support and empower them further so that they can continue to defeat this virus. In the Gambia, our partnership with Merck Foundation focuses on building healthcare capacity by training healthcare providers at all levels. Our long-term partnership have been to build healthcare capacity in the fields of diabetes, cancer, and infertility care for the next decade. These programs commenced in 2018 with the objective of making significant impact on the future of our health experts to be able to have a positive effect in our overall healthcare system. So far, 10 health professionals have received specialized training with regards to fertility, embryology, oncology, and diabetes through our collaboration with Merck Foundation. From September this year, I am pleased to inform that we have enrolled 25 more Gambian doctors in an online diploma and master degree at the University of South Wales. These doctors will study diabetes, sexual and reproductive medicine, and acute medicines. This will definitely contribute significantly to the Gambians' health security. We are also pleased to announce that together with Merck Foundation, we are providing postgraduate diplomas in acute and respiratory medicine due to the current COVID-19 public health emergency. Our joint efforts against the coronavirus also include the launching of an inspiring storybook entitled Merck, Make the Right Choice. This story aims to raising awareness at the coronavirus as well as to give important information on how to stay safe and healthy during these unsettling times. It is also promotes healthy, loyalty, and hard work even under the most challenging circumstances. We have also announced the call for applications for the Stay at Home Media Recognition Award in the Gambia in partnership with Merck Foundation. The theme of the award is raising awareness on how to stay safe and keep physical and mental health during COVID-19 lockdown. The winners of this award will be announced soon. Another important aspect of our intervention is the donation of basic food, commodities, and sanitary materials to various communities in collaboration with various local and international partners. I am very pleased that Merck Foundation have also made a donation to this cause of supporting the livelihood of vulnerable communities during the coronavirus lockdown. We are planning to do the first Merck Foundation health media training in the Gambia to train journalists on the international standard and media ethics for reporting sensitive issues like infertility in Africa. This will benefit the journalists and understanding infertility in Africa communities and learn the best media practice with the aim to break its stigma by sensitizing our communities. We shall also announce the call for application for the Merck More Than a Mother Media Recognition Award. In my capacity as a Merck ambassador, More Than a Mother in the Gambia, I work to empower infertile women through access to information, education, healthcare, change of mindset. Furthermore, as She Trade Champion for Education, we are closely working on the new program with the aim to empower girls through education. We wish to launch the Educating Mariama, a storybook to inspire girls and sensitize communities about the importance of girls' education. We continue to work on other ventures on education, such as Musa's story, and look forward to making a positive impact within the education sector as well. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude by thanking Merck Foundation for hosting us today, and I wish to assure you of my continuous support. I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Madam Fatoumata. And I am happy to tell you that I started already the gardening as you explained in your video. It was really good for time of lockdown. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And note what the First Lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe had to leave, but we'll continue with our next keynote speech from the First Lady of the Central African Republic, Her Excellency, Madame Brigitte Tudera. Welcome.
Mes chères sœurs, Excellences Premières Dames africaines, Professeur Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, Chairman of Executive Board of Merck, Dr. Rasha Kelej, CEO of Merck Foundation. Dans ce contexte mondial de riposte à la propagation de la COVID-19, je voudrais transmettre mes remerciements aux héros du quotidien en première ligne de cette pandémie qui accomplissent leur travail critique et souvent stressant depuis quelques mois. Merci à la Fondation Merck pour avoir permis cette précieuse réunion et je souhaite que le Dieu Tout-Puissant puisse nous offrir l'occasion de nous rencontrer physiquement dans un avenir très proche. Je voudrais profiter de cette occasion pour apprécier grandement les programmes précieux que nous avons menés avec la Fondation Merck en tant qu'ambassadrice de Merck plus qu'une mère. Excellence Première Dame d'Afrique, je suis très heureuse du ferme engagement de la Fondation Merck pour faire progresser le secteur de la santé de mon pays et celui de l'Afrique tout entière. Par conséquent, permettez-moi de partager avec vous les résultats de notre partenariat depuis 2016. Nous avons officiellement lancé notre partenariat à long terme avec la Fondation Merck, avec le soutien de ma fondation et de nos ministères de la Santé en 2018, pour renforcer la capacité des soins du cancer, du diabète et de la fertilité et définir des interventions pour briser la stigmatisation liée à l'infertilité pour les 5 prochaines années. Son Excellence, le président de la République, chef de l'État et moi étions très heureux d'accueillir en République centrafricaine en novembre 2018 nos chers amis, le docteur Rasha, le Chief Executive Officer de Merck Foundation, et le professeur Frank, Chairman de Merck Foundation, qui ont eu l'occasion d'apprécier la mise en œuvre de l'initiative Merck plus qu'une mère à travers le projet Empowering Berna, où nous avions créé de petits commerces pour les femmes infertiles et nous les avions formées à gérer leur propre commerce pour qu'elles puissent avoir un revenu, de devenir indépendantes. La première étape a concerné 54 femmes victimes de stigmatisation et de discrimination et la seconde, 59 femmes qui ont bénéficié d'un appui de la Fondation Merck et mènent différentes activités génératrices de revenus, dont les principales sont l'élevage de porcs et de caprins, la vente de produits manufacturés et agricoles, la couture. Ces femmes se sont transformées et ont eu confiance en elles, malgré la modestie des appuis. Merci à la Fondation Merck de nous avoir aidés à atteindre cet objectif. Au nom de la République centrafricaine, nous sommes très fiers et heureux de nous associer à la Fondation Merck et de travailler en étroite collaboration avec eux pour nous soutenir dans la réalisation des objectifs de développement social de la République centrafricaine et du reste de l'Afrique. Dans le cadre du programme avec le ministère de la Santé, un médecin a obtenu son diplôme pour être le premier oncologue gynécologue en République centrafricaine, qui sera d'une grande aide afin d'apporter de meilleurs soins de santé aux femmes. Pour le cours de master sur le diabète, un candidat sur 4 a totalement terminé sa formation. Par contre, le médecin retenu pour la formation sur l'infertilité n'a pas réussi à faire le déplacement en Inde. Nous sommes disposés à envoyer d'autres candidatures dès que Merck reprendra ce programme. En collaboration avec le ministère de la Santé et de la Population, nous avons également transmis une liste de 41 médecins avec leurs coordonnées téléphoniques pour le cours de master sur le diabète. À ce jour, la Fondation a transmis à Merck les CV de 20 médecins sur les 41. Les autres CV seront transmis dès que les médecins nous les auront envoyés. En collaboration avec la Fondation Merck, nous nous engageons pleinement à travailler pour introduire des idées innovantes qui impliqueront différents secteurs, afin de créer un changement de culture dans le but de briser la stigmatisation de l'infertilité et d'avoir un grand impact en peu de temps. Ces autres initiatives concernent la formation des médias sur la santé. Nous prévoyons faire la première formation des médias sur la santé de la reproduction en République centrafricaine après le confinement dû au coronavirus. Cette formation sera faite au profit des journalistes, aux normes internationales et à l'éthique des médias pour le reportage des questions sensibles comme l'infertilité en Afrique. Cela permettra aux journalistes de comprendre les problèmes d'infertilité dans les communautés africaines et d'apprendre les meilleures pratiques médiatiques dans le but de briser la stigmatisation. Nous annoncerons également l'appel à candidature pour le prix de reconnaissance des médias Merck plus qu'une mère. Nous travaillons également en étroite collaboration sur le programme Éduquer Wandara pour inspirer nos filles et sensibiliser les communautés sur l'importance de leur éducation. Grâce à ce programme, nous prévoyons de parrainer 20 filles performantes afin de leur permettre de terminer leurs études. Des démarches sont en cours pour l'identification de ces filles, mais la suspension des cours à cause de la COVID-19 est à l'origine de ce retard. Nous avons contribué à la finalisation du livre d'histoire inspirant pour les enfants. Faites le bon choix. Un nom local, Bambé, a été proposé pour l'acteur principal et nous attendons le feedback de la Fondation Merck. C'est une histoire très intéressante pour mon pays. Pour notre réponse à la COVID-19, nous avons annoncé l'appel à candidature pour le prix de reconnaissance des médias. Restez à la maison en RCA. Le thème du prix est sensibiliser sur la façon de rester en sécurité et de rester en bonne santé physique et mentale pendant le confinement dû au coronavirus. Nous attendons toujours les résultats de ce concours. Nous avons également appuyé le gouvernement dans la lutte contre la COVID-19 par la promotion des mesures barrières à travers la sensibilisation avec différents canaux de communication, la distribution des kits de nettoyage des mains, la fourniture d'eau potable, des cache-nez et des thermomètres infrarouges, dont de la première dame de Chine. Je voudrais saisir cette opportunité pour remercier la première dame du Congo pour son plaidoyer auprès de notre sœur, première dame de la Chine, relative à ce don. Mes chères sœurs, Excellences premières dames africaines, je suis fière de travailler avec vos Excellences premières dames à travers notre plateforme de l'initiative des premières dames de la Fondation Merck pour aider nos femmes et nos jeunes nos communautés et nos jeunes médecins à devenir les futurs experts en santé. Et j'ai hâte de vous rencontrer en personne en Zambie l'année prochaine, si Dieu le veut. Je vous remercie.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Dr. Rasha, go ahead.
Yes, thank you very much, Madam Brigitte, for the introduction. I wish that we can meet very soon again in person.
Thank you. Let's now listen to the First Lady of Botswana, Her Excellency Mrs. Neogen Masisi. Welcome.
My dear sisters, Your Excellencies, First Ladies, Chairman of Executive Board of Merck Foundation, Professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, CEO Merck Foundation, Dr. Rasha, ladies and gentlemen, and all participants joining us this afternoon. I wish you all a very good afternoon. And I'd just like to echo what my other sisters said, that I'm delighted to see you again after a very long time. My sisters, I'm immensely delighted to be in attendance to participate at the Merck Foundation First Ladies Initiative Summit, which gives all of us, ambassadors of Merck More Than a Mother, an opportunity to share experiences and progress on our joint programs with Merck Foundation. In particular, to highlight those initiatives which are in direct response to the COVID-19 pandemic. This pandemic, which is unprecedented globally, continues to threaten and take lives while stealing our livelihoods through its economic toll and burden on all health systems. We have all experienced in one way or another how households are impacted by this pandemic. Furthermore, we are aware how the pandemic has impacted women and girls in disproportionate ways greater than other population groups. These current times, more than ever before, demand that, as mothers of our respective nations, we reflect upon the unique responsibilities which come with our role. I wish, therefore, to take this opportunity to thank Merck for providing this platform where we can share notes regarding our valuable partnership with them. Excellencies, First Ladies of Africa, my dear sisters, we started our partnership with Merck Foundation in 2018. The main benefit from this partnership has been in the area of capacitating our doctors, which adds to our human capital pool of health experts. We have since then been able to implement the first pilot project of Merck Foundation Diabetes Blue Points program. A program, as we all know, designed to improve access to equitable and quality diabetes care across Botswana. The program, which is primarily for doctors, is provided through a one-year online postgraduate diploma in diabetes management. Candidates who scored a distinction in the postgraduate diploma course are then enrolled on the online masters in diabetes management. After completion, these doctors should then be able to establish a diabetes clinic in their health centers with the aim of preventing or managing the disease in their respective communities. This initiative aligns very well with the country's strategy to strengthen primary health services. In particular, I must mention that it is in alignment with our Botswana's 5-year National Strategic Framework on NCDs, launched in June 2019 by our President, His Excellency Dr. Mokgweetsi Eric Masisi. To date, I'm happy to report that 7 doctors have graduated from the one-year diploma. Of these 7, 2 have enrolled as candidates for the one-year master degree course. In addition, we have 9 candidates that have enrolled onto the online diabetes master course accredited by Diabetes UK. We have also enrolled 7 doctors to a one-year online postgraduate diploma in sexual reproduction medicine, and I'm closely in contact with the Ministry of Health and Wellness to ensure that these unique opportunities are seriously pursued so that women's health, and in particular, reproduction health, is significantly improved in my country. The overall purpose is the establishment of a strong platform of fertility experts nationwide who can contribute effectively to our objectives to break the infertility stigma. Furthermore, we have enrolled 2 doctors to a 1-year online postgraduate diploma in Endocrinology or Preventive Cardiovascular Medicines. This offering by Merck Foundation was as a direct response to the coronavirus outbreak. Doctors have enrolled for a 1-year online postgraduate diploma in Respiratory Medicines and another 1-year online postgraduate diploma in Acute Medicine. These programs are intended to advance the doctor's skills in these fields to better manage COVID-19 patients. All these programs will add immense value to the health sector in Botswana. Similar to other sub-Sahara countries, we know there's a critical shortage of local specialists at our public facilities. Excellencies, I note with satisfaction that Merck Foundation is strongly committed to advancing public healthcare sector across Africa. This act of generosity is no doubt a valuable contribution to our social and economic development, especially in light of the current global pandemic and the resultant health challenges. My office has deferred the launch of More Than a Mother campaign because of the current pandemic. But I must report that there's a team that is being constituted comprising our Ministry of Health and Wellness and my office to organize this much awaited launch. We will pursue the other Merck More Than a Mother initiatives, i.e. the Fashion Awards, the media training, the media recognition awards, and the song with local creatives. GBV is currently a concern in my country. Headlines around gender-based violence are common. You would see child case rape rise during lockdown. Police reveal shocking rape statistics. All these are all too familiar during the pandemic. Women and girls are suffering a second pandemic, which is gender-based violence, sexual abuse, rape, and killing in some extreme cases. As African First Ladies, the vulnerable are naturally looking up to us to make our contribution, to act, to speak louder as we use our advocacy stage. May I then at this point request Merck Foundation to support our messaging in our advocacy and awareness efforts in this regard of GBV. And I was thinking the other day that perhaps we could have a poster competition, posters posted all around to send this very strong message that no to GBV. We could also have a singing competition, again sending out the same strong message. Let me conclude by appreciating the vision and strategic approach of the Merck Foundation in providing specialty training in very important fields that we need. These programs have proved to be worthy indeed, particularly in the face of the coronavirus pandemic. They will not only advance healthcare capacity in Africa, but they will also be a motivation for our doctors and nurses who are the frontliners during this novel pandemic. Excellencies, I wish to once again thank Merck Foundation for hosting us today. Professor Danke Schön, and to Rasha, Shukran for the continued partnership with our countries and particularly these valuable programs which serve to advance our healthcare sector to be able to cope with challenges of the century. I look forward to meeting you all at the 7th edition of the Merck Africa Asia Luminary to be held in Zambia in 2021. My dear sisters, until we meet again in person, may I wish you all, together with your families, good health and stay safe. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Neo, for the nice speech, and I will take forward your suggestion and idea for the new program about domestic violence. It's a great thought, and it will be very successful and can contribute massively through all these innovative ideas you mentioned to create a culture shift and say no to violence. together. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rasha.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I'm also thrilled by the poster campaign. I think that's going to be interesting, especially in bringing young people on board. Let's now listen to the First Lady of Angola, Her Excellency Mrs. Ana Diaz Lourenço. Welcome.
Thank you very much for... Thank you very much, the moderator, for this opportunity. Good afternoon, everybody, my dear sisters. Queridas irmãs, excelências primeiras damas africanas, senhor presidente do Conselho Executivo da Merck, professor Frank Stangenberg Haverkamp, excelentíssima senhora presidente do Conselho de Administração da Fundação Merck, doutora Rasha Kelej, é com bastante satisfação que participo pela primeira vez nesta prestigiada plataforma, iniciativa das primeiras damas da Fundação Merck. Por isso, sinto-me honrada pelo vosso convite e muito feliz por fazer parte desta prestigiada plataforma. Mais uma vez, obrigada, Rasha. Mais uma vez, obrigada, Mônica, por me terem dado esta oportunidade de fazer parte desta iniciativa. Vivemos tempos difíceis neste contexto da pandemia da Covid-19. Felizmente, o desenvolvimento das novas tecnologias nestes tempos modernos permitem, mesmo de forma virtual, que possamos estar juntas para manter um diálogo aberto, para definirmos estratégias a fim de se mitigar os efeitos adversos desta crise, que é global e requer uma abordagem coordenada e também global. Como novo membro desta iniciativa, e sendo esta a minha primeira participação, acredito que estes encontros têm sido uma oportunidade para aprender, partilhar e beneficiarmos das histórias de sucesso e das experiências de umas e de outras. A pandemia do Covid-19 mostrou ao mundo que devemos estar unidos neste combate, que é importante a participação sociopolítica de todos os atores sociais, especialmente da mulher, num esforço coordenado para uma cobertura da saúde universal. Os nossos países enfrentam sérias dificuldades para garantir que os serviços básicos, tais como saúde, educação, água potável, alimentação, entre outros, cheguem a todos os cidadãos. Os sistemas nacionais de saúde, desde já subcarregados por falta de recursos humanos, financeiros e estruturas sanitárias suficientes para fazer face às doenças intercorrentes, foram de sobremaneira agravados pela pandemia do Covid-19. Se, por um lado, o distanciamento social e o confinamento são necessários na luta contra o Covid-19, essas intervenções também criam novos problemas e exacerbam os existentes. Os desafios ligados ao desemprego, já por si, conduzem à depressão. Associados ao distanciamento social e ao confinamento que estamos agora forçados por causa do Covid, põem de certeza em risco as famílias já fragilizadas e criam condições para o aumento da violência doméstica. Em condições normais, a gestão diária do agregado familiar é difícil. Com a pandemia do Covid, ainda se agravaram mais perante o estado emocional, psicológico e educacional dos indivíduos em sociedade, ou na sociedade. O governo angolano estabeleceu estratégias de prevenção e combate ao Covid-19 com apoio de toda a sociedade angolana, incluindo o setor público e privado, as organizações da sociedade civil, parceiros internacionais, músicos e outras individualidades. Neste momento, as estatísticas são conhecidas e aumentam a uma velocidade vertiginosa. A população foi aconselhada a cumprir e a respeitar as medidas de prevenção e as regras de quarentena. Como incentivo, foram distribuídas cestas básicas alimentares, ajuda monetária e financeira às famílias mais carenciadas e outros incentivos para encorajar as famílias a ficar em casa. Medidas de biossegurança estão a ser implementadas e estão a ser melhoradas as condições assistenciais com a construção de unidades sanitárias de campanha com vista a aumentar a oferta de serviços especiais no que diz respeito ao rastreio, à testagem e ao tratamento dos potenciais casos de Covid-19. Ao mesmo tempo, campanhas de disseminação e de sensibilização de todos os cidadãos, com foco em mensagens ligadas ao distanciamento social, ao uso correto de máscaras, ao uso do álcool gel, entre outros, têm sido desenvolvidas. Permitam-me que aproveite esta oportunidade para saudar e congratular a Fundação Merck pela estratégia que adotou para dar resposta à pandemia do Covid-19 através de ações em diversas áreas com foco na comunidade. No início deste ano, a presidente do Conselho de Administração da Fundação Merck, a senhora Rasha Kelej, visitou Angola e discutimos detalhadamente os programas da Fundação Merck e decidimos que as nossas equipas deveriam trabalhar em conjunto desde aquela altura. Infelizmente, a crise e o bloqueio do Covid-19 uma semana após essa visita, impediu de cumprirmos 100% os planos que preconizamos. Não obstante, conseguimos, com o apoio da Fundação Merck, lançar o Prémio de Jornalismo Stay at Home, Fique em Casa, em português. Esperamos o anúncio dos vencedores para breve. Com o nosso Ministério da Saúde, estamos a partilhar, vamos oportunamente compartilhar a lista de profissionais de saúde candidatos ao mestrado online em gestão clínica das diabetes, pela primeira vez em língua portuguesa, como parte do programa Diabetes Bluepoints. Estamos ansiosos que os nossos médicos possam beneficiar deste mestrado para proporcionar um melhor tratamento aos pacientes com diabetes, que também são considerados um grupo de risco da Covid-19. Esperamos que os médicos angolanos se inscrevam no programa de bolsa de estudo em Oncologia e em várias outras especialidades médicas, a ter lugar na Índia, tão logo a situação e as restrições impostas pelo Covid terminem. Este é um programa crítico para Angola, pois irá permitir o incremento do número de oncologistas no país e, por conseguinte, melhorar a qualidade e o acesso equitativo ao tratamento do cancro para os nossos concidadãos. Para adaptar ao contexto sociocultural de Angola, que se debate com o problema da maternidade precoce e o insucesso escolar, que tem perpetuado os ciclos de pobreza extrema entre gerações, e tal como acordamos, doutora Rasha, durante o nosso encontro em Luanda, estou a trabalhar com a minha equipa e naturalmente com a Fundação Merck, o programa Educar Linda, que visa empoderar as meninas através da educação e eliminar o casamento infantil. Dado o isolamento imposto pela pandemia da Covid-19, não foi possível apresentar-lhe e discutirmos as nossas ideias em março passado, no Dubai, como estava previsto. No entanto, a minha equipa concluiu o trabalho e aproveito a oportunidade para anunciar os principais tópicos do nosso programa. A Linda será a nossa UESA, que em língua nacional quimbundo significa até que enfim a menina chegou. Pretendemos, com o programa Educar UESA, através de ferramentas de desenvolvimento pessoal e profissional, conceder oportunidades a jovens meninas e adolescentes de participarem em iniciativas sobre a construção da sua identidade, sobre educação sexual e reprodutiva, sobre educação financeira, participação cívica e promover o empoderamento social e econômico para conquistarem a autonomia financeira, emocional e intelectual. Além do lançamento do livro em estreita colaboração com a Fundação Merck, queremos também criar o Clube da UESA, desenvolver um programa de literacia financeira para jovens meninas, estimular a criatividade e realizar um estudo holístico sobre a menina em Angola, para melhor a compreender e enquadrar as iniciativas futuras. O apoio e a atenção, proteção à menina, é uma causa que toca muito o meu coração e que considero um dos meus principais objetivos como primeira-dama de Angola e como uma mulher africana, por acreditar firmemente que a educação é uma das áreas mais críticas do empoderamento das mulheres. É a área que representa alguns dos exemplos mais claros de discriminação que as mulheres sofrem. Como está evidente na declaração da Unicef, que em África, entre as crianças que não frequentam a escola, há 2 vezes mais meninas que meninos. E entre os adultos analfabetos, há 2 vezes mais mulheres que homens. Portanto, para mim, a educação das meninas é como um direito humano básico. Não é um privilégio e não pode ser um luxo. Principalmente durante esta fase de isolamento, que é mais difícil do que nunca para as meninas vulneráveis usufruírem do seu direito à educação, na medida em que as escolas físicas estão encerradas e o acesso às tecnologias de informação e aos órgãos de comunicação social ainda não é acessível a todos. Eu acredito firmemente que o investimento na educação de meninas transforma comunidades, países e transformará o mundo. As meninas que recebem uma educação formal são mais propensas a levar uma vida saudável e autónoma e menos predispostas à maternidade e ao casamento precoce. Elas têm mais oportunidades de exercer um ofício qualificado, terem rendimentos mais altos e justos do seu trabalho e tomarem decisões sobre a sua vida, assim como podem participar civicamente nas suas comunidades e criar futuros melhores e mais prósperos para si e suas famílias. Para mim, as meninas educadas são agentes de mudança e influência nas suas comunidades. Mas é importante sublinhar que a educação para as meninas é mais do que acesso à escola. Considero que é tudo fazer para que elas se sintam seguras nas salas de aula, em casa, é tudo fazer para que elas sejam incentivadas e apoiadas nas suas decisões, escolhas e iniciativas, incluindo torná-las bem formadas, desenvolvidas com uma autoestima elevada. É trabalhar para orientá-las para suas carreiras e fazer com que prossigam fundamentalmente naquelas carreiras em que geralmente são subrepresentadas. Estou muito entusiasmada para desenvolver esta iniciativa e trabalhar em estreita colaboração com a Fundação Merck para lançar este programa, que é importante, Educar o ESA em Angola. Tenho certeza de que será uma história de sucesso e poderemos contribuir para que as meninas atinjam o seu pleno potencial e realizem os seus desejos e os seus sonhos. Para terminar, gostaria de mais uma vez agradecer à Fundação Merck pela parceria saudar as minhas queridas irmãs, as primeiras damas africanas, e tenho fé que na 7ª edição da luminária Merck África Ásia na Zâmbia, no próximo ano, que a pandemia Covid-19 esteja sob controle e possamos estar juntas. Até lá, oremos ao Altíssimo para que todas nós estejamos seguras e saudáveis, de volta ao nosso normal, para que continuemos a dar o nosso melhor para o bem-estar dos nossos povos, para o desenvolvimento dos nossos países e do nosso continente. Muito obrigada. Thank you very much for your attention. Merci beaucoup. À la prochaine.
Thank you very, very much, Madam Anna, and congratulations and welcome to our platform. This is really looking forward to working closely with you, especially on educating Wezi. I hope that I'm pronouncing the name correct, but we are looking forward to be able to work again on this program with you, especially after coronavirus ends, and meet you again in person. I'm also looking forward to work and launch the Merck Foundation officially in Sierra Leone with Madame Fatima Madabayo, and also to work closely with Madame Brigitte and Madame Aishata Mohamedou in the Empowering Burna project, because we have done several steps forward in this program of establishing small businesses. Of course, also working on all the innovative ideas that we started with Her Excellency First Lady of Namibia, Madame Monica Gengos, and this is going to be actually a great initiative that have a lot of impact in creating a culture shift through many initiatives, and to continue also working on the educating Linda program with because I want to be initiative with Her Excellency Madame Rebecca, the First Lady of Ghana. This is also a very nice program that we started in Ghana through TV channels, and I think it will add a great value also for girls' education. Of course, also working with Madame Mayo on the domestic violence No to Domestic Violence initiative, and this actually will be also a great addition to maybe utilize the same innovative ideas we have done and add more to it. We have done to create a culture shift to break the stigma. We can utilize the similar to it to create a culture shift to end domestic violence. And of course, also looking forward to see Madame Monica, the First Lady of Malawi, and start working on all the programs together. Thank you very much for all of you. I would like to just to summarize two things that during or through Merck Foundation programs to build the healthcare capacity and train the doctor in clinical fields like oncology, diabetes, and fertility specialists, we had enrolled almost 500 doctors from 35 countries. But recently, with the new strategy of the online education and all these online programs we are doing to compensate, of course, the lack or the inability to travel to get the clinical training in India or Egypt or the places we had already institutions and training centers, we enrolled more than 350 doctors from Africa in these programs, and we are going to also enroll more. So I think these doctors, they are not going to get only normal training like 1 or 2, 3 days. No, it is actually a long-term training, minimum 1 year, and this will add a great impact to improve the quality and equitable healthcare solutions, because they are all mostly from public sector and they are getting a very high and very skilled training, that it is really recognized by most reputable universities. So I am actually looking forward to see the results in the near future. And I think after graduation of all these doctors, maybe by next year, it will transform and reshape the landscape of healthcare in the continent in many, many fields. And it will never be done or be successful without the valuable partnership we have with you. Because without you, without selecting or identifying the right candidates, without the following up and establishing a concrete partnership with the ministries that helping to make this happen, without the follow up with the candidates to ensure that they're taking it seriously and capitalize on the opportunity and go back and work in their public sector in their country, will never be successful. It will never happen. Even if we have the fund and we have the means, it will never be achieved without you and without your support. That's why I'm very much acknowledging and grateful for this partnership, and I know this success will never happen without you being on board and have all this passion and dedicate your time and efforts and your team to make it happen. It's for you, for your countries, for your people, and this is, I think, our mission and vision. Thank you very, very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Rasha.
Thank you very much. I think we can leave the meeting now, and I'm looking forward to see you soon in person in Zambia. And we will be in touch with you and your team individually after this meeting. Thank you very, very much. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you.
Merci.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Quand on prépare le document comme ça, on n'est pas stressé. C'est ça. Ah, bien.